Well, we're back. Let's go. Productivity is a subject that is very close to my heart. As you probably guessed from the stuff that I talk about on the channel and the way that I talk, self-improvement is quite a big thing for me and it's quite a big thing for this channel. Sometimes I can be obsessed with self-improvement to quite an unhealthy degree. Productivity can be measured by outputs or results. The things that are gained or created from putting effort into a particular task or process. In our everyday lives, we need to be productive at least at a minimum during our workday. For our labor, generally the output is money, a resource which is essential for our survival and something at the very bottom of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, being our physiological needs, being water, shelter, and food. Obviously, you need that stuff to survive. I would argue that that is the most fundamental form of human productivity. In some fortunate cases, some people's work itself is the main incentive for the output and is as desirable as the finance. For example, creative professions like artists, carpenters, and even YouTubers, even though I don't get paid. Patreon coming soon. As much as jobs are productive, I wouldn't really consider them to be self-developing in many cases. By self-developing, I mean various facets of one's life, being experiences, exercise, social life, relationships, and things like that. Oh, and hobbies too. In this category, the concept of productivity can reach much further. It can be defined by what activities we do in our day-to-day life to achieve a certain goal. Something that brings us closer to the pre-imagined destinations in our head. Due to the fact that being productive encompasses an immeasurable amount of things, it's impossible to do everything productive in one lifetime. Some people have come closer than others, but no one has succeeded in achieving everything in one lifetime or being the master of everything in one lifetime. There just simply isn't enough time. In response, what we people do is pick things that we like, things that we have an interest in, and even the person that we want to be to cultivate a personality in tangent with that imagined persona. As we go about our lives, we pick up, drop, and keep habits and skills. So even though we can't master everything, we don't feel like we need to. Now, there is a video game that I've played in my life that beautifully encapsulates this experience into quite a relatively long gaming experience. Yes, the story, the graphics, and the gameplay are great. It is also a very unique kind of game with very interesting mechanics. It's a game where your options are vast and your time is limited. In this way, I feel like it has a wonderful sense of realism and it kind of slipped into my life while I was playing it. It's a game that made me enjoy the process and making the mundane fun as achieving the goal. Here's how Persona 5 made me more productive.
Spit till I suffocate, very quick to agitate, concentrate till I rate, I'm irate, in a state, my confidence is a trait, success is my motherfucking fate.
Of course, those of you that have played Persona 5 know that it's an excellent game. In Persona 5, there are two halves of the gameplay. One is a more common turn-based battle system that we've seen in many RPGs. The other, in my opinion, is the more fascinating element, the day-to-day life simulation. There are parts of the game where you live out a student life. You wake up, go to school, do some stuff, sleep, repeat. Doesn't sound too interesting, right? Wait. It's what you do between the time that you finish school and go to sleep is what makes the game really interesting. And on the weekends, like in real life, you have more time free, so you can do more activities throughout the game. You have a multitude of options on what you can do with your day. You can focus on relationships, self-improvement, leisure, and a grand manner of things. In regards to relationships, you can pick and choose who you want to spend time with. I choose the term pick very intentionally because, like the real world, your time is finite, it's limited. So you can't spend time with every character in one playthrough, or at the very least, a lot of quality time with them. Each confidant you spend time with can help you increase your bond with them, and you do a different activity with them. What I love about this is that you don't just hang around people that are your age, your friends. You can hang out with all manner of people, even your teacher and the sexy doctor from down the road, or even your cat. Most of which can be romanced, and when you do so, you can improve your social links with the characters. So when you have a max social link in the game, you get more powerful personas, but that's kind of a different point, not really related to what I'm saying. Maybe in a philosophical sense it is, but again, another video. With self-improvement, it's just like real life. You can go to the gym to improve the way your body looks, your fitness, and you can read books on particular areas, particular skills for self-improvement. Or if you just want to chill in a hot spring or play in a batting cage to win prizes, you can do that too. Boop, boop, beep, boop. Now, what I love about this game is that I was actually organizing my life better while I was playing the game. And even when I wasn't playing the game. It inadvertently made me more conscious of the activities that I was doing and more intentional, and made me question why I was doing them and if they were a productive use or a good use of my time. I was becoming slowly more in love with the process and the mundane, like in the game. That rhymes. As in the game, time goes much faster, so you can see the results of your labor and what you've invested much quicker than in real life. It puts productivity on a smaller scale and shows you that achievements and results are only achieved through constant repetition and hammering away at the craft. In Persona 5, one of my priorities was being very knowledgeable, so I focused on tasks that would raise it. I would study more after school, and in the evenings I would read books. There are all sorts of options. One of my life beliefs is that wisdom is cultivated through a diversity of experience and by befriending different people and experiencing different things. Persona 5 actively promotes this idea by giving you a multitude of different types of people and different activities to partake in. But of course, doing so uses up your precious time, so choose wisely. The parallels with the real world are incredible because just like in real life, our time is very limited and what we do with our time is very much in our control to a degree. I say to a degree because a lot of us have school and work and other commitments like that, just like in the game. The beauty of the system and how it applies to the real world is that it gave me perspective. Perspective as a reminder that life is short and we really shouldn't sleepwalk through life. And we can do that by being more conscious of our own actions and how we choose to spend our time. I mean, if you sleepwalk through Persona 5, you wouldn't really enjoy the game as much either, so if you woke up, went to school, went back to bed again, over and over again, I'm sure you wouldn't really enjoy the game. Unfortunately though, there are people out there that kind of live this lifestyle. They'll wake up, go to work, watch a bit of TV, Netflix, things like that, and then go to sleep and repeat. And unfortunately, time will pass them by without them even realizing it. As with real life, in Persona 5, you can't do everything in one playthrough. The days are limited. You need to pick and choose each activity and be present in each one to get the most out of it. In a trivial but brilliant way, Persona 5 perfectly embodies how to become a more rounded person, a more well-rounded person, through becoming more knowledgeable, proficient, charming, gutsy, and kind. Through its mechanics, it is able to demonstrate the significance of diverse experiences and the sheer cruciality of maximizing one's time via self-development, experiences, leisure, and relationships. All facets I deem to be absolutely key in becoming a better person and being more productive, even though we still need to go to school, work, and other long-term commitments. Persona 5 absolutely nails this in its gameplay, and that's how it made me more productive. I've been Sir Lance, and have a great day.
Season and I'm out for the kill. Adrenaline pumping through my veins, now I'm feeling the thrill. Call me Itachi, you won't see me. Tsukuyomi.